Some of the things I like about national networks are that they're very professional, very friendly. Whenever I call to add a feature to my business or have something fixed, it's almost an immediate response. And that's great because when you're in the middle of things and you're very busy, you want somebody that's going to take care of what you need quickly. You don't want to have to wait for a long time, especially when it's something that's pertinent to everyday work. I knew from the beginning that it was going to be a really good working relationship. He was very professional, very courteous, and he paid attention to detail. He wanted to know all the specs of what I needed for my project. And some of the other companies, they wanted to hand me the sheet of what they wanted, not listen to what I needed. So that was very impressive to me. So just the other day, I wanted a feature added to my phone to answer calls differently during lunch than during regular business hours. So I sent Chad a text, and within 2 minutes he texted me back and had the guy on the phone to talk to fix the phones, and within 45 minutes to an hour the feature was added and ready to go. So we were ready for the next business day for that lunch break to have the phones answered in a different way. Oh yeah, one thing that's been huge is we've had a couple electrical outages, and we've actually been able to still see patients. The only thing that's missing is lights. All the computers are on battery backup, the server's on backup, battery backup, the switches, the routers, they're all on battery backup, so we can still chart the patient's notes even when the electricity's off. And that's pretty impressive. We don't have to shut down for hours because we don't have power. We can still work. And that's been huge, you know. If we were without power and couldn't use any of our computers, we'd have to handwrite notes or just wait until the power was back on, and that would put us behind big time. So that's been huge. Another thing that was very impressive to me was how clean the setup and install were. All the wires are bundled together in these nice neat bundles. When I open the cabinet to look at my switch or my router, and they tell me, hey, look at this port, is it plugged in? I can follow it and I can trace the wire perfectly. I'm not looking through this big jumble of wires for the right thing. It's all very neatly done, and that's very impressive. Our business is completely Mac based, which has been great because National Networks does provide service for Macs. They are Mac certified, and not all IT companies are. We wanted to be all Mac because we knew the quality of Apple computers. We knew that we didn't want to be dead in the water because we got a blue screen of death. We wanted it to work, and we wanted it to work all the time. And just the fact that these guys knew how to work with Macs, they could come in and do the things that we needed done with Apple computers, that's been huge. We wanted to push the envelope of what could be done in a dental office. We have our x-ray machine in the other room is hooked up completely wirelessly. Not everybody can do that, and we wanted to know if it could be done. It could be done, and National Networks did it for us, and it's been great. We don't have a ton of cables in that room. It sends our x-ray image wirelessly to the server and then wirelessly back to the computer that's at the desk. It's been flawless. It's backed up instantly on the server, so we don't lose data and we don't have wires cluttered all over the place. Whenever the office was being built and deadlines were trying to be met, we had training for our software program, and the office just was not completed yet. It wasn't ready, and National Networks kindly opened the doors for us to come in and have training in their office, and that was huge. We would have been a couple weeks away from being able to have the training. We had somebody flying in from out of state to train us, and it was a huge help to be able to use the office.